The problem is this is like a jump. It goes from like A to like triple S tier. That's basically the issue with this game. We really don't know. That's basically just Korra. I don't know how good Korra is. Korra has some weird ass punish game stuff that seems to be like actually pretty good. But I don't actually know if it's that good. I really don't. This is... Hello? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Korra's literally broken, like not working properly. Yeah, I don't understand how Korra works, and so I just don't know how good she is. Chat, I want your opinions first so I can tell you if I agree or not. Who do you think is going to fall last tier? I can tell you one character I know is there. I'm sorry, Patrick. You suck. Patrick feels like he doesn't belong in this game. It's like he's too slow, doesn't have anything crazy. Toph, I'm also not sure on. But I feel like she has some better tools than Patrick. I'm not 100% sure, though. The thing is, she doesn't feel like she belongs in this game. I don't think going forward, that kind of archetype is going to be really good against a cast of characters that is insanely fast. Has crazy good combo potential. I'm torn between Toph, like, top of D, bottom of C. I will say that Toph might be bottom of D, might be end of C. I don't really know yet. All I know is Patrick's definitely like the worst character we have right now. So yeah, I don't think Patrick has really any potential without pretty massive overworking. The thing is, Patrick's not like inherently a terrible character. It's just that the rest of this game, all the characters are so unbelievably broken. And so that's kind of something you have to assume the rest of this tier list. It's like, yeah, the B tiers are kind of like mid-ish tier, mid-high tier, but they'd be broken in any other game. It's just that the S tier characters are so unbelievably broken that it basically is just not fair. Do you think MK Lair stands a chance in bracket with Patrick? Against a good S tier character? Zero shot. No. Not when people know how to play the game. This is went to be a week 1 tier list. So because it's a week 1 tier list, we haven't seen any results. And we don't actually know how to explore the character. Or because we don't know how the devs are going to patch the game, you should assume that everything here is 100% correct. It's fact of law, and you have full permission to roast me for it, because clearly this is supposed to be taken as matter of fact and not just my opinion. Sandy overhyped B tier. Sandy is not A tier, especially now without infinites. Someone in chat is taking that seriously, by the way. There's going to be some YouTube comment that unironically takes it seriously, not a bunch that take it seriously, and to you, I just don't really know what to say. I don't know what most of you will think of this. This character's not going to be good for very long. This is a cheese character. This reminds me of like an early game crappy grappler, where they're going to be really good for a little bit when people are bad at the game, and the second people get better, it's just going to be a garbage character. Bad recovery, bad like weight, bad size. Like, it's big. It's a big, heavy character in a game full of characters with 0 to deaths. So once you get past the cheese, that's not going to go over too well in this game. I can be very, very, very certain of that this character will not be good for very, very long. I'm also going to put Helga in this tier. Helga would be a lot better if you couldn't quite literally just catch projectiles, throw them back, and Helga's projectile wasn't super slow. But she just doesn't really have that much. I don't look at her. I'm not really impressed by her. I don't think she has anything super crazy. Not terrible. But, like, when you can catch projectiles, people are going to get better at that. One of your main neutral tools can literally just be reversaled on you reliably. That's pretty bad. Her hitboxes aren't great. Yeah, she's fun, but I don't think she's going to be particularly great. I don't see her being very good for very long. We'll see where it goes, but as of right now, I don't think so. I don't know enough about Powdered Toast Man. I know he has some stuff, but again, having a bad recovery in this game is so brutal. If you can't recover well in this game, every character is just so good at gimping. It's ridiculous. He has early kills, but that's about it. And honestly, most of his cheese kill setups, they kill super early, sure, but with air dashing back on stage, I feel like a lot of his strong kill setups aren't even that good anymore. He doesn't get the 0% kills with air dashing, I'm pretty sure. So I don't even think he has that much going for him. I'm probably putting him down in this tier. Lincoln is the one character I will say I don't know that much about. And so I don't think that my placing is going to be entirely accurate. Yeah, he has combos, but they go to 60. I don't think he has great kill setups, at least not that I've seen just yet. And I'm sure he has some stuff, but remember when people thought CatDog was like literally the most broken thing in existence the first day, and then you realize, oh, you can just air dash out of combos because enough people were doing it. I also am struggling now because Sandy's jab block thing. So I know I was never going to count her infinites, but I was still going to go under the assumption that she could like do it once to get like a neutral and then get into an opening. She can't do that anymore, and that's kind of a problem. Most of these characters, I'll admit, these 5 are probably my least like informed characters. I don't really know how good they are. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't really know how good they are. So take everything I put here with a grain of salt. Sandy recovery ain't bad though. It's pretty exploitable. I've seen Sandy get edge guarded super, super hard by a variety of characters. Like her recovery is linear. I think in this game, a linear recovery is inherently going to be a problem because of how just massive like hitboxes that some people have. I don't think she's quite as bad as like Reptar or Helga, but I definitely don't want to put her any higher. At the very least, it'd be like bottom of B tier. They don't seem terrible. I do agree that it's probably bottom of B tier though for Ren and Stimpy. I don't think they could be much better than that with not too many combo routes. They feel a little bit slow, but they also have really, really good edge guarding from what I could tell from Kirby Kid doing. I don't know if they're necessarily as bad as like this tier though. I'm probably going to wind up putting them there. Again, don't know that much about Ren and Stimpy, unfortunately, yet. I watched a decent amount of VODs. Have you seen their dare hitbox? Yeah, the dare hitbox is absurd. The dare hitbox is absurd. They have some edge guarding. They have some combos. It's nothing crazy. They don't have anything like the A tier characters or the S tier characters have, but they're not great. I don't think it's as bad as like, I think a good C tier character is like Helga, where essentially her main neutral tool could just be used against her, and she's slow, and that's kind of, and she doesn't have any redeeming qualities. Like Ren and Stimpy, I think, have slightly better, actually way better probably edge guarding. I'm gonna put Link in top of C for now. I don't think he has anything super crazy that I don't know about, but I think Ren and Stimpy is definitely a B tier character. Some flaws, but some really, really crazy good hitboxes. Some very good qualities. Not perfect. Not the worst thing I've ever seen either in this game. Definitely not the same glaring flaws that like some of these characters have. No recovery. Also big characters inherently are a lot easier to hit. That's going to be a big problem. Don't even need to go in for it. If you didn't have cheese, you'd be down here. Slow projectile in neutral is very easy to reversal, and that's kind of terrible. And then you don't really have anything. You're just kind of there. People like to clown on Zim. I don't think Zim is that bad. I think especially like on Battlefield, Zim's probably really annoying to get in on, and used by a good player, he's probably pretty damn okay. Is he up here? No. Definitely not. But is he like down here? No, I don't think so. I think Zim has too many like obnoxiously good tools to be down there. He's just not a brain to top tier. Yeah, I don't think there's any universe that I would put Zim down here. Unless there's some crazy counterplay to his projectiles that I don't really know about. His hitboxes are pretty disjointed. They're not fast, which is a problem, but they're also not super slow. He can just like wall you out really, really hard, and he's very fucking annoying to get in on someone who's super good with the character. I don't see Zim being down here almost in any world. I don't know how I would compare these two. B tier for me is kind of unordered. I view them pretty similarly. It feels like Zim does counter like quite a few playstyles in this game. I don't think he has anything as obnoxiously good as like Sandy's forward air. Probably a little better than Ren and Stimpy, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll probably put him around there. Nigel is a weirdo. This character has some amazing stuff, but a pretty exploitable recovery. It's not as bad as like Powder Toast Man because the angle isn't so absurd, but it's still pretty exploitable. And while his air dodge is really good, air dodge, wiggle, whatever you want to call it, I don't think you can end it early, right? It's a set trajectory, so if you can react to it, you can just position yourself to punish and read it like 100%. So that is kind of a problem. I still think that just with the momentum acceleration of his Caw Dash, yeah, if you want to call it that, being so unbelievably ridiculous and how it can combo into a lot of his moves, including Flick at certain points, I still think he's almost certainly better than these characters. I would probably wind up putting him somewhere around here. There's one character I forgot to put down in B tier, though, and that's probably Danny. The thing is with Danny, I just haven't seen anyone get really good combo strings with him yet. I can't put him up in A tier because he doesn't have anything that kills absolutely absurdly early. His recovery is not great. If you have, like, a cardinal direction recovery, and it's kind of laggy, that's going to be a problem. It's not as bad because his strong up air thing, you can get around. A lot of need for extra horizontal distance, because if you strong up air, you start gaining a lot of horizontal momentum. That's really nice. He has a lot of movement options that I just haven't seen used yet. So I don't know how good he is. My gut feeling is that he's probably better than these characters long term. Also, if you've seen his down air hitbox, it is ridiculous. His down air hitbox is genuinely absurd. So I don't know exactly what I think of Danny just yet. I'm probably going to wind up putting him here for now. Or, sorry, here for now. But I think he could easily be up here. I just haven't seen it yet. I don't think anyone has. But he could be hella freaking good. SpongeBob's probably up here. SpongeBob is kind of crazy. His hitboxes are pretty good. He has good combo potential. He's kind of a worse Oblina, and I'll get to Oblina, that piece of garbage character. But he has a lot of really good tools. I am kind of confused why people think he's like so bad, because his nair has crazy combo potential. His strong up air is pretty strong. I don't see how he's that bad. His projectile kind of sucks, and his recovery is somewhat exploitable. But I'm looking at this tier of characters, and he just has way better tools to combo people. He's better tools to kill. I don't see how he would be in this tier of characters almost at all. I'm almost tempted to separate like this A tier into like A- and A+, because I do think that it is a little ingenuine to put some of the characters I'm going to put in here with each other, but it's good enough. April is crazy. I'd probably put April below SpongeBob, or somewhere. I'd put these two interchangeably. Again, pretty close. I don't think it matters super much. I'm probably putting Nigel at the bottom of this tier, by the way. But this character has some crazy shit. Like, her full charge, you basically get a kill from 2 hits at 0, which is ridiculous. A dash that cancels into an edge should just kill, and it does an absurd amount of damage. Camera is an obnoxiously good like hazard, I guess you would call it. It does an insane amount of damage with an annoying hitbox to get through. You can drop it when you're recovering. Her recovery is not great, but using camera to get down is super helpful. I don't understand exactly how some people think that she's super bad. Again, good punish game overall. Is it as great as like maybe even SpongeBob's? Probably not. But she has a bunch of other tools, a much better projectile, much better time dealing with rushdown characters because of that. And I just think overall she has really good kill potential early on. So I don't see how you could argue that she's super low. My main is ridiculously good. Not exactly in the top 5. You could argue between a lot of these characters, but CatDog is still ridiculous. The problem is there's going to be like 2 or 3 matchups that are virtually like impossible for him to find his early kills on. And when he can't find any early kills or combo, that's kind of bad for him. Namely Oblina, because of the stupid down air. But for those of you who don't know, his up air comes out on frame like 15 or strong. The strong up air that everyone hates comes out on frame like 15 or 17. But the hurt box, which is just as bad, or which is just as big, comes out a little bit earlier, which makes it so that he's really easy to get hit. And if you have a spammable down air that's out for super long and lingers, you're basically not going to be able to get a hit with it. The same thing with his F smash, which still is really good because you can combo from dash attack. But if someone has a very abusable hitbox that they can spam, the F smash comes out, hurtbox comes out 7 or 6 frames before the hitbox. So again, he's got this massive hurtbox before a move comes out. Still an amazing character, but everyone here has something that's just so absurdly good that I can't possibly put them up with them. Probably bottom of S tier, I would say. I know people haven't seen too much of Lucy, but from the more I see this character, that coffin setup is not okay. She's got a good punish game. Bite into the coffin setups are so unbelievably ridiculous, dude. You can die at like 10% legitimately, though. That is literally not okay. I might put Lucy down at the top of A tier. I'm still undecided where I will put her. But this character is actually ridiculous, the shit that she has. I think that Lucy basically has to be top 5, or at least in this tier. There's no way that Lucy is like anywhere below this. The coffee kill is so good. Her kill confirms are ridiculous. Annoying neutral. Just a really good overall character. I haven't seen too much of her, but I don't think I need to see very much more of her. Her tools are just way too good. Yeah, her coffin is way stronger than Nigel's flick and has less lag, which is actually just not okay at all. I will say the lowest S tier is probably Oblina. For CatDog, I'm not sure, by the way. CatDog could be anywhere interchangeable with these 3, in my opinion, and Danny could be up here, but I don't know just yet. I would just put these around in this order for now, but I really don't know, by the way, just so you can keep that in mind. The problem is, this is like a jump. It goes from like A to like triple S tier. That's basically the issue with this game. It's like, oh, well, CatDog's not that much worse than these characters. Neither is SpongeBob. No, these characters are so much better than the rest of the cast, it's actually not okay. Oblina's the worst of this tier, but Dude, the nair, everyone's seen the nair into down air string. The fact that down air lingers also makes edge guarding brain dead easy because you don't have to even hit them. You can catch their jump with it. You should add an empty tier. Okay. Yeah, sure. The down air is ridiculous. It's like 21 out of 25 frames active or 18 out of 22, something like that. I don't remember the exact number. It's not okay. Nair combos are ridiculous. Apparently the developers have said that the way the nair combos work now, they're not going to remain that way for very long. I hope that that's true. But as it currently stands, it's ridiculous. You die from anywhere on stage. If you get jabbed reset, you're literally dead. You can't live it. The way gunk works, I still don't understand because smash attacks like don't actually kill it sometimes. Even though it's gunk. It's a projectile. I don't understand that. And you can't throw gunk back at someone, so you just kind of have to deal with it and play around it all the time. It's just not an okay character. Obviously, Lucy's amazing. I would probably put Leonardo in between these two. Maybe better than Lucy. Again, I don't know exactly relative how good they are. I could give my opinion, but keep in mind that we just don't know enough about this game yet for that to happen. And so because I said that, I know that a bunch of people are going to take it as a matter of fact. Oh, but Cody put Leonardo as third over Lucy. And it's like, dude, all these characters are so busted, it doesn't matter. They're all ridiculous. Leonardo is basically Marth on crack. I don't think I need another explanation. His up B also has no landing lag. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. So, Marth on crack, no landing lag on the up B. You can weak down or weak down or weak down, much like the other characters. You can cargo throw and kill it basically at like 60. It's ridiculous. If you saw Thunder's playing, Thunder's basically almost won a tournament by almost exclusively shield grabbing. I don't know how you can look at that character and not be genuinely disgusted. And then these two. And oh my god, dude, these two are degenerate. Like, if I wanted to, I would basically just do this. I made this joke earlier, but this is how I feel about these characters. This is actually how I feel about these two characters. It's just, it's not okay. It's just not okay, the stuff that these two have. It's ridiculous. So, Nair, I guess I can just show you guys Nick All-Star Brawl. I'm sure most of you have seen this Nair. I don't need to show it, but for those of you who haven't or are wondering why I'm putting them so much higher than everyone else. For Aang, a Nair that comes out on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Frame 6. Look at this fucking hitbox, dude. And it lasts for 8 frames. Who in their right mind thought that this hitbox was okay? It's literally over 1/3 of this stage. This Nair takes over 1/3 of Jellyfish Fields. It's bigger than that platform, I'm pretty sure. It's literally bigger than the platform. I could tech chase by jumping up and hitting Nair and cover every option. This is a single platform stage, and Aang has a Nair that's so disjointed that he can cover the entire single platform. And then that same Nair combos into itself 80 fucking quadrillion times into literally anything you want. Dash attack, F smash, up air, strong forward air, down air, literally whatever you want. And it's spammable because it lasts for 8 frames and comes out on frame 6. And then if that's not bad enough, well, what happens when he gets hit off stage? Well, first off, he has Air Scooter, which has a hitbox coming down. Shocker, right? Then he has this, which, if you think it's okay to edge guard it, have fun dealing with the sweet spot if I don't suck. Because he can up B from basically here, and if I'm not bad, which I am, of course I am, you can also just sweet spot it from there. I can't do it because I fucking suck. Point being, it's ridiculous. And then quite possibly my least favorite character of all time that I've ever played is this motherfucker. You want to see why I don't like him? Let's watch Pleb stream from yesterday, chat. Yeah?
Hardest tech in the game, I swear to God. Drop down through platform forward air.
So hard.
Must master it.
This is the entire character. It's this combo over and over again. And then for some reason that fair sends at that angle. And by the way, he had a kill there because jab sends at 45 degrees downwards for whatever reason.
Bam. 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 McCready.
Who thought that nair was a good idea? That jab kills you at 10, by the way. Literally a 10. Watch this combo, chat. Grab. Oh, you DI'd behind? Haha, that's cute. I wonder what he's going to do next stock. Oh, you got shield grabbed. Oh, mashed out. Mash out. Okay.
Whoa.
You're gaming.
Almost got me with that sick aimed fucking projectile you got there, bud. I did it. I did drop 3 forward there. Oh my.
That's the entire character. The platform didn't even do anything that time because he was able to drop through the platform forward air. He did that combo for an hour and a half over and over and over again. And if you want to know what that character, what that move looks like, keep in mind this is after Mikey got nerfed. What is that fucking like? Look at this hitbox, okay? So it's like 2 horizontal lines, and then it contorts to like this ridiculous shape that I can't even do with my fingers, and then it like swings back around. What? Like, look how much space that covers. How do you get in on that? And if you get hit once by it, you die? And then look how far he recovers from. Look where I am. That is the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen in a video game. Those 2 characters are ridiculous. Did Aang get nerfed yet? Nope. I just showed the nair. You ever compete in ASB again? After patches, I'll try. Not right now. But yeah. Literally just not okay. In any capacity. These characters would be the best characters in Melee. If you take how, like, objectively good the character is, right? Like, the stuff that they're capable of doing. Not in terms of matchups, but just the stuff they're capable of doing, right? Any one of these people would be the best character in Melee. And then after that, there's a big gap, and then we get to 3 more ridiculously broken characters, and then there's another tier with 2 more characters. Yeah, that's my tier list. The game, super fun. Actually, it's unbelievably fun. If nobody picks these characters, the game is like 10 out of 10 fun. The problem is when you try to play seriously against these 5 characters and you're not one of these 5 characters, even when you are one of these 5 characters, just the stuff you get hit by, you're just like, are you serious? Like, why is that a thing? I've actually never not had fun playing any of these characters after Sandy's Infinite got removed. Period. Like, I've never not had fun playing this game after Sandy's Infinite got removed against these characters, because they're all pretty fun to play against. They're all pretty cool. But I can only do it casually because I have to play against these characters when I play in bracket, and it's just not fun. It's just straight up not fun. It's like, if you look at the most broken stuff from other games, imagine like PM 3.02, which is one of the most broken games of all time. They wouldn't even come close to here. They're not even close to as good as these characters. It's just absurd. Isn't CatDog better than SpongeBob and April? They're all interchangeable. I don't think it matters too much either way. CatDog has some weirdly bad matchups because of the hitbox extension after the hurtbox comes out. So I probably have CatDog here, but it's just interchangeable. It doesn't really matter. I think these 3 are all pretty comparable. I think Nigel's just clearly the bottom of this tier. The game is still really fun. It's definitely mashy. I'm probably going to try to switch from a GameCube controller for it because I don't like having my muscle memory and for my Melee and my Nick All-Star overlapping so tremendously, because it definitely has gotten me fucked a decent amount already. But that aside, it's still pretty fun. I actually really enjoy the game. I'm happy I bought it. I will try to switch controllers, though. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to wind up playing on a Pro controller for this game. I think it'll be a lot better for my hands because it's a little bigger for me. Like, if for those of you who don't know, my hands are, like, massive. This is my hand on a GameCube controller, and it's, like, obviously very comfortable. But on a Pro controller, it's, like, a lot more... I don't have to, like, grip over everything as much. It's, like, I can hold it comfortably, whereas on a GameCube controller, when I hold it, I'm kind of, like, squinted over. I will say... because some people are going to tell me I'm discrediting Void. Void actually is not abusing Aang anywhere near as hard as he could. He actually tries to play it way too honest if your goal is to just abuse the character as badly as possible. So do keep that in mind. Void does not straight up abuse the character as badly as he could be abused. For now, I'm going to have it as this order. But this is probably where I would have stuff.